I bought 7 VHS tapes from a trailer that wasn't there the day before. 25 rubles. That's what I paid. Cheap, right? Until I saw what was on them. Until I realized I'd watched someone die. And worse, that I might be next. It was 1998. No streaming, no smartphones. Just me, a 9th grader, and a VCR. My friends and I watched horror movies every weekend. We ran out of tapes. I skipped school to buy more. The usual store was closed. Then I saw a trailer I'd never seen before. It looked shady. A rundown metal kiosk on wheels. Inside, 7 dusty VHS tapes, nothing else. Pirate covers. No titles. Just day 1, day 2, up to day 7. I knocked. A gruff voice. "What do you want?" I asked for a tape. He sold me all 7. When I got home, I dumped the tapes on the floor and popped in day 1. Static. Then a notebook appeared on screen. Handwriting. Alexei VA, Class 8B, School Number 30. Then the footage changed. A handheld camera, walking through a snowy park. Dusk. Children played on a playground. One by one, they left. The camera followed the last kid. Closer and closer. A man's hand reached out, then static. The screen flashed again. The same boy dead. Throat slit. Blood in the snow. My stomach turned. It cut again. Same boy, but now he's alive. Doing homework. Smiling. Waving to the camera. Another cut. He's dead again. Mouth open. Blood dripping. A voice off screen. That's what happens to kids who stay out too late. I was frozen in horror. Then the voice added, "Tell your drunk father thanks for the footage." I shut off the VCR. I puked. I prayed it was fake, but it felt too real. I had to be sure. I played the ending again. That voice. It was the same man from the kiosk. I didn't sleep that night. I kept hearing that voice. His voice. The one from the trailer. I tried to convince myself it was a prank. But how could a prank know that kid's name, his school, his face? And why did it feel like he was watching me? In the morning, I told myself it was a dream. I went to school, tried to act normal, failed the chemistry test. I didn't care. My mind was stuck on the tape, on the blood, on the voice. I walked home like a zombie, dragging my backpack behind me. At my front door, I found a letter. No return address, no stamp, just my name. Inside, how was day 1? Ready for day 2. My stomach flipped. I hadn't told anyone. No one knew about the tapes. No one but the man in the trailer. I checked the windows. Locked. Looked behind me. Empty street. I shut the door, locked it twice. Then I pulled the tapes from under my bed. Day 2 was written in the same scratchy ink. My hands shook as I shoved it into the VCR. This time it opened with a different notebook. New name, Anna, 11th grade, school number 50. Springtime footage. A girl sneaks behind the school to smoke. She hears something. Turns. Screams. Cut to black. My heart raced. I knew what was coming. Next scene, she's tied to a chair. Eyes blindfolded. A decomposed corpse beside her. A masked man walks in. Same build. Same military outfit. He rips off the tape over her mouth. "Are you a virgin?" She sobs. Doesn't answer. He removes the blindfold. She screams. He doesn't flinch. He plugs in a drill. Says, "Girls shouldn't smoke." Then he presses the drill into her. The screams went beyond sound. I dropped the remote. The TV kept playing. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. The tape ended with a message. "Think about your daughter before lighting up." I sat in silence, shaking, my TV still glowing. The room felt smaller, like the air itself knew something I didn't. I needed answers, but the only answers were on the next tape. I skipped a few days. Couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. I kept staring at the stack of tapes like they were bombs. Every day, another envelope. No return address. "You're doing great. Don't stop now." One had a photo. Me. Sleeping. Taken last night. I flipped the photo. Just 4 words. "You look so peaceful." I screamed. Tore up the note. But I didn't throw away the tapes. I couldn't. I was hooked. Obsessed. Like I was being trained to watch. Like someone wanted to see how far I'd go. Day 3 was a boy, 13 maybe. Baseball uniform. Filmed from the bleachers during practice. He hits a home run. Camera follows him to the locker room. It cuts. When it fades back in, he's tied to gym equipment. Mouth sewn shut. Eyes wide. The man's voice returns. "Be a team player, right?" He laughs. Then brings out a hammer. Starts with the boy's fingers. Then knees. then teeth, one by one. It's not horror anymore, it's ritual. Every scream, every drop of blood feels calculated. When it ended, I threw up again. I crawled to my bed, slept under it like a child. That night, another letter. This time, no words, just a USB stick. On it, a video of me watching his video. He was recording me watching him. I unplugged everything. TV, VCR, router, hid the tapes in the wall. Swore I was done, but I wasn't. That night, I heard a knock. I didn't answer, just sat in silence. Then came another message, slid under the door. You missed day 4. I stared at that note. You missed day 4. My hands went cold. He knew I stopped. He was watching, testing, like skipping a tape was some kind of sin. I didn't sleep. I waited for morning, but the sun didn't feel safe anymore, just brighter terror. Next night, I gave in. I dug out the tapes. Day 4. The label was smudged. My thumbprint already on it. Like I was meant to find it. Like I was always meant to watch. I told myself this was the last one. Just one more. Then I'd go to the police. The notebook again. New name. Timur, 10th grade. The footage? A forest trail. Daytime. The camera follows him quietly. Like a predator. He checks his phone. Walks slower. Then veers off path. Cut to black. I braced myself. Next frame. Timur in a barn. Hands tied over a beam. Shirtless. He's crying. The masked man enters. Always skipping class, huh? He starts pulling out nails. One by one. Drives them into Timur's legs. The sound wasn't even human anymore. At the end, the camera lingers on Timur's lifeless face. Then turns around. For the first time ever. Into a mirror. For a second, I saw him. The man. His mask. But behind the mask, it was blurred. Like reality couldn't hold his image. I paused it. Zoomed in. Behind him, in the reflection, I saw a room. Not just any room. My room. My furniture. My lamp. My walls. He filmed that from inside my house. I jumped up, searched the apartment. Closet. Kitchen. Under the bed. Nothing. But everything felt touched. I found another letter, on my pillow this time. You looked scared tonight. But not scared enough. I screamed. Tore everything apart. I wanted to burn the tapes. But I couldn't. Because deep down, I needed day 5. Day 5 started without warning. No notebook. No names. Just a hallway I recognized. My school. My actual school. Lockers. Stains on the floor. The bell rang. Students walked by, faces I knew. Teachers I'd seen just hours ago. The camera followed someone. I couldn't see who. Just the back of their head. Hoodie up. Walking toward the basement level. I paused the tape. My hands were sweating. I knew what was coming. I didn't want to press play, but I did. In the basement, the figure turned. It was Nastia, my friend. I froze. The footage was new. I saw her yesterday. We'd talked, joked. The screen flickered. Nastia now tied to a chair. Eyes swollen, cheeks bruised. I screamed her name like she could hear me. The man circled her. Smoking again? He asked. Same tone, same drill. No hesitation. The same pattern. This time, he didn't even bother with words. Just pain, as if he was punishing me through her. Like this was personal now. At the end, she looked directly into the camera. Her lips moved. One word, run. Then the tape cut. I collapsed, shaking, screaming. I tried to call her. No answer. I tried her brother. She never came home last night, he said. I grabbed all 7 tapes, stuffed them in a backpack. I had to tell someone. My friend Andre was the only one I trusted. We met at a coffee shop. He took one look at me and said, "You look like hell." I whispered, "Come to my place tonight. I'll show you." He agreed. Said 6 o'clock. I walked home like I was in a dream. The sun felt fake. The wind too quiet. In my mailbox, another letter. But this time, no envelope. Just a tape. Day 6. My hand trembled. This was almost over. Or just beginning. Day 6 started like the others. A notebook. But this one hit different. Name, Anatoly. Class 9A. School number 20. My jaw dropped. That was Tolia, my old hockey teammate. He disappeared 6 months ago. No one ever found him. Not until now. The footage showed our old sports complex. Shot from bushes across the street. The door opened. Kids walked out in groups. Then me. Then Tolia. I saw myself on screen, waving goodbye to him. Walking away. I remembered that day. He went to pee in an alley. I left. Thought nothing of it. On the tape, The man followed him. Into the shadows. The camera didn't cut this time. I saw everything. What he did to Tolia. I won't describe it. I can't. But I'll never unsee it. I drank half a bottle of vodka just to stop shaking. I felt sick. Dirty. Used. I had watched 6 tapes, and somehow they had watched me back. At 6 p.m., the doorbell rang. Andre. Finally. Someone to share this with. Someone to believe me. I let him in. Locked the door. Played the tapes. All 6. I watched his face change. Pale. Then scared. Then furious. He asked, "How long has this been happening?" I said, "Since last week." He whispered, "We need to go to the police. Now." But first, I checked the tapes again. Counted them. There were 7, right? Now only 6. Where's day 7? I asked. We searched the apartment. Nothing. Then Andre opened the mailbox. "Dude," he said. His hand was shaking. Inside was a single cassette. No label. No writing. Just a sticky note. Finale. I wanted to scream. Instead, I took the tape, walked inside, and slid it into the player. The screen flickered. No notebook. No name. Just a still image. My passport photo. My passport photo filled the screen. Full resolution. No glitches. No sound. Just my face. Then, footage of me. Walking with Nastia. Laughing. Then, me, at the bar last night. Then, me, this morning. Leaving my apartment. Today's clothes. Today's date. I screamed. Pulled the tape out. Threw it across the room. But the damage was done. Whoever made these, they were filming me. Not some old footage. Not random kills. Me. Right now. Right here. And that meant only one thing. He was close. I grabbed all the tapes. Crushed what I could. Burned the rest in the sink. Flushed the melted plastic. I wanted them gone. I hid my diary under the floorboards where I used to keep cigarettes. Then came the knock. I froze. Andre, I thought. It had to be him. But when I opened the door, no one. Just a shadow vanishing down the stairs. My heart pounded. My phone buzzed. New message. No name. No number. Just 4 words. See you very soon. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every sound felt amplified. Every creak in the walls a scream. I kept the lights on. Kept a knife beside the bed. But the fear wasn't in the dark anymore. It was in knowing someone was watching and enjoying it. Morning came. I survived. But I wasn't safe. I went to school. Acted normal. Tried to laugh. Tried to be human again. But it didn't work. I checked the mail every hour. Nothing. I thought maybe it was over. Then one afternoon, I came home and saw it. A black envelope on my pillow. Inside, a Polaroid. Me and Andre. From last night. Sitting in my room. Watching the tapes. The note on the back read, "Nice show, boys. You ready for season 2? I stared at that Polaroid. My fingers went numb. He'd been inside the room. With us. Filming us. Laughing at us. I showed it to Andre. He went pale. "We need to leave," he said. "Now? Just get out. Burn the diary. Forget this ever happened." But I couldn't. Something inside me snapped. I wasn't just scared, I was angry. I wanted to know who he was. Why me? Why the tapes? So I did the one thing I hadn't done before. I went back. To the same street. Where I found the trailer. It was gone. Of course it was. I walked for hours. Nothing. Not even tire marks. Like it had never existed. Like he wanted to vanish. Like the trailer was just bait, and I bit. I came home, exhausted. And then I saw it. In my living room, a new tape. No case. No label. Just the word "live" scratched into the plastic. I didn't even question how it got there. I put it in the VCR. The screen turned on. Static. Then my apartment. Live feed. Real time. The camera panned slowly. Room by room. My kitchen. My hallway. My bedroom. All empty. Then, my living room. The same room I sat in. I stared at the screen. And then, the camera moved. Into frame. A mirror. I saw me watching me. My phone buzzed. A text. "Now you understand." I dropped the remote. There were no more tapes. No more days. Just this moment. Me, watching him, watching me. I wasn't a viewer anymore. I was the main character. I unplugged everything. Smashed the TV. Tore out the VCR. I locked every door. Every window. I haven't slept in 2 days. I keep hearing static. Seeing shadows. I think the tapes were just the beginning. I think he's still filming. I thought destroying the tapes would end it. But it didn't. Every night, there's knocking. Every morning, something new in the mailbox. No letters now. Just items. My toothbrush, a sock, a school paper I lost months ago. He's inside, or he's always been. Andre doesn't answer my calls anymore. His number rings once, then cuts. I went to his place. Empty. No sign of a struggle. Just gone. Like he never existed. Like the tapes erased him. Like I was next in line to be erased. I moved. New apartment. Different city. Different name. I don't tell people my past. I don't mention the tapes. I don't make friends. But still, sometimes I find things. A piece of film on my doorstep. A picture from my childhood. A VHS on a bus seat. One day, I came home. There was a VCR already set up. Plugged in. With a tape inside. I didn't press play. Not yet. But it's still sitting there. Waiting. I dream about it. The cover. The static. The notebook at the beginning. What if it's day 8? Sometimes I wonder, how many people got tapes like mine? How many pressed play? How many didn't finish all 7? Are they still alive? Or am I the only one who made it this far? Maybe the point was never to survive. Maybe it was just to watch. And maybe that's what you're doing now. Watching. Listening. Maybe this is the next tape. Maybe your screen is already being recorded. Maybe he's watching you right now. And you've already heard his voice. You just didn't recognize it yet. If you ever get a blank VHS with your name on it, don't play it. Burn it. Break it. Run. But deep down, I know you won't. Because once the story starts, no one ever stops at day 1. We all want to see how it ends, even if we become part of it. So, what do you think? Did this story mess with your head like it did with mine? Let me know in the comments. Did you like it? And most importantly, what kind of nightmare do you want to see next? Paranormal? Stalker? Found footage horror? Drop your ideas below, and I might bring your fears to life. Don't forget to like and subscribe before the next tape finds you.